on tourney9.
Yeah, here we go then. Third place matchup, bronze medal, 2,000 up for grabs to the winner here. And also, you know, it would be still a huge achievement to get a third place finish at this tournament with all the great professionals from all over the world. Cooler gets a slightly better start as far as I'm concerned. You've got the Mega, one of the yellows, and you can definitely work in the yellows after because they are going to spawn, you know, with a good 10 seconds before that Mega comes up. You can see one yellow here for Cooler. He's going to make his way maybe to the center yellow. He's a bit worried about where DaHang is, and he is going to let DaHang maybe get on the yellow, but no, he's not. Cooler gets the yellow, and here comes the Mega fight. And, well, Cooler was late. And we saw Cooler late in the previous game versus Adek. You know, some of his timing, some of the guys here, Click, Prozac, not sure who was mentioned, but you know, said it was a bit weird to see Cooler not on the ball. And right now, you know, he's given away a Mega. There's been enough yellow on the map for a good minute to put both players on a high amount of armor. So really, you have to say that DaHang, despite not getting the better start, will probably, if he can get a good yellow pickup before this Mega, which I don't think he can, would be in control, but I don't think he can. And yeah, there we go. So because of the Mega timing, a little bit unfortunate, and the fact that DaHang rocketed himself, he is definitely now going to be out of control. So almost putting himself in the lead. Cooler not giving anything away yet. The 0-0 score. And as I mentioned, you know, as Slasher mentioned, DaHang on this map, if he's not losing, he already looks pretty damn comfortable. And you can tell some of these professional players home map just by how they move around, how they, you know, they don't have thinking time really. They don't seem to have to calculate situations. They just know what they're doing constantly. You know, there isn't time, you know, to. I mean, you obviously are thinking, but there's no time to really ponder over what you're going to do next, because by the time you think about what you're going to do next, the whole situation changes, and then you're out of position, you're out of control. But both of these players, and especially DaHang, or you know, he definitely looks very comfortable and very quick on this map in terms of his decisions and what he's doing. You can see, even though he's been out of control for 2 minutes, very much credit to him that he has not given away a single frag. Plasma gun trying to be exchanged. No one laid any damage down. We've got a Mega pickup soon. DaHang isn't going to come through top teleport. He's going to spam it with grenades. Both of them got perfect time on the Mega. Cooler picks up cleanly and gets away without getting hit by DaHang. So no one's able to hit shots on each other, which is really interesting. I think more so, more an advantage of Cooler, because DaHang is not able to use like positioning on these pickups that Cooler's going for to lay any damage down. In fact, their accuracies are probably at an all-time low that I've ever seen in my life. I'm just going to check them. Okay, yeah. DaHang's hit a 4% lightning gun, a 7% rocket launcher as we hit this fight. Cooler has hit like a 15% and a 15%, but DaHang has got like a 5% LG. I mean, you know, there's been a lot of like, you know, gamers in Quake for a long time. But, you know, I think even Slasher could hit a better percent than that. So he's really going to have to pick up his game for America here.
Yeah, but most of that has been spammed, so I don't know. I mean, he hasn't really gone into a...
But as I'm saying, it's still an all-time low accuracy game. I've seen a lot of spam and not much connect. And here we go. Cooler going to make a move. He's pushed DaHang really low in terms of health and armor. He's got no armor here, DaHang. He tries to catch Cooler out as he comes through the teleporter. He knew it was going to happen. And Cooler not going to fail to that one. Gets a nice rocket off the spawn. DaHang will get away with his life, but he's not going to win anything here, DaHang. He once again needs to slow it down, and that's a shame for him, because he played a game out of control, and he played it with, you know, so much health armor stack, and he did the same thing he did when he played Ratha. He gave the frag away without denting his opponent, because at one point he made a stupid mistake, and that will cost you a game. And he did it versus Ratha, and he's done it versus Cooler to give him the 1-0 lead. Great play there from DaHang to at least keep Cooler at bay, but Cooler, yeah, building momentum on the strafe jump forward, which actually would have been devastating if DaHang stayed with just a lightning gun. DaHang has a decent amount of armor, trying to rocket jump away, hits a good rocket on the defense. And that won't change anything, though, but it will give him, you know, that small advantage, and he's going to have to build his advantages very smallly but surely. And once again, you see, good rocket, and that gives him another, you know, he's a notch closer to getting this game even. And that's what he's trying to do. He's not going to knock Cooler off in one go. It's going to take a few tries, but he's done 2 good rockets, and that's 2 good, you know, notches to actually get a tiny bit closer. Now, he probably feels good enough to attack. He took a little bit too much plasma damage there. He's once again gone defensive when Mega's spawning. He's probably going to go now offensive, but he's given away Mega. And Cooler, you know, he could have been in a real bad situation, but he comes out okay, comes out clean. And DaHang, he needs 2 yellows. He probably won't get the top yellow because that's where Cooler's going to be heading next. This yellow here that DaHang's at, and was with him, if you're not with him, that's where I am at the moment, spectating, won't be up before Mega. So it's all on Mega, and DaHang does have a 200 armor. Cooler's slightly out of position, trying to get the jump. DaHang has made the first good move for a few minutes, and he's actually picked up the Mega and taken it away from Cooler. Now he can go and attack. He's got to watch out this fight here. The plasma gets so much better from Cooler, and that's just going to send DaHang away. But he's not got a big advantage. I mean, there it is. There's the advantage. 2 good rockets from Cooler, and that's going to leave DaHang really crippled, looking for these hells. Cooler's going to come back around. He knows it, and picks up the kill, spamming the lightning gun as he comes through the teleporter. And there's not much that DaHang can do in this situation now. I mean, Mega's spawning. He's not going to come in with crazy shotgun blasts. He's going to be trying to pick up the rocket launcher to harass. There's the harass from DaHang, but it's not going to be good. And Cooler, you know, once again, is going to just control the map. And guys, you know, I'm talking away. I feel like you're tired or something, so I'm not introducing you into conversation as much as I should. But please,
no worries.
And anything to add to the game so far? Because it looks like DaHang is just
DaHang has done a great job at just being defensive and keeping the score low, but unfortunately he hasn't created many chances for himself to score a frag, you know?
Yeah, I completely agree. And Calypso, you know, you saw, I don't know if you saw DaHang play earlier. I think it wasn't sure who it was against. Rafa, you were here, sorry. But is it reminiscent of DaHang just playing too defensive?
Yeah, he needs to create some situations, you know? I mean, it almost feels like he's a little bit too scared for some reason.
So then, DaHang gets himself some armor. And this one is far from over. I mean, I know we've been talking DaHang down in the sense of like his style hasn't really gotten a chance in the last, but it's not over yet. He just needs the 1 frag, and you know, and it's DaHang that's made the small mistake that gave Cooler the advantage. But there you go, that's a big win for DaHang. They just got the Mega, and so 1 small mistake from Cooler, and DaHang's back in the game. And you know, sometimes Cooler doesn't make a mistake, but you are going to force it. The way you can force a mistake is just go at him, you know, calculated attack, and that's exactly what DaHang's done. He's trying to get some more damage in there. His mouse looks really shaky in that fight, actually. It wasn't a bit weird, and the LG fight's not going to work, DaHang. You know, that wasn't a weapon you wanted. You needed the rocket launcher fight. You should have gone in aggressively. An LG versus LG was obviously going to be Cooler's win, considering he was slightly healthier, and it was. So there you go. That's going to be 3-0. DaHang, you know, his calculated attacks just seem, you know, they're not followed up with confidence. That's what it feels like. It feels like he doesn't have the confidence that he normally has in these fights. I feel it's because maybe he's just been losing, you know, so many of these fights to other players as well, that, you know, his career in the ESWC started off so great in terms of this tournament, and it's just been kind of like a downhill, you know, I wouldn't say like you know, completely bad downhill, but it's just like he looks like he's lost confidence as the tournament's gone.
Yeah, I can agree to that a little bit. I mean, still he did a great job at keeping the scores low. I mean, now it's a bit too late, but you know, even though he was down by 3 frags, if he would have gotten that 1 frag, he could have caught up. But you know.
But you know when he rocket jumped up to the yellow armor by grenade launcher, and then he got put into the corridor. Imagine if he backed into the room and landed 100 damage rocket, but then died. All right, Cooler would have been left crippled in the Mega, with no health and armor, basically, while DaHang would most likely spawn at the LG. Nega's not spawning then for like 10 seconds at the time. DaHang would have won that fight, essentially. Like, you know, he committed, lost a lot of health and armor, but then said, okay, well, it didn't really work out, I'm going to back away. And that's not normal, because DaHang would normally commit, stay committed, do as much damage as possible, die, and then follow up afterwards. And he doesn't do that. That was confidence for me. And there you go. Cooler picks up the